Door is locked. Alright. Should I go upstairs? Not really, right? There's nothing else I can do. Let's see what happens when I give the fluid to her. Okay, I saved because I need to check out which button is the quick save, if I have any. It's this one. No, I don't have I don't think I have a specific button to save. It's fine. Let's talk with Avine. You see Avine, she's still dissecting the corpse chest with her talons. The rhythm of the talons reminds you of something, but you can't quite recall what. Let's watch her for a while.
Updated my journal.
As you study the motions of Avine's hands, you feel a prickling along your scalp, and then suddenly you find your vision swimming, blurring until you are standing in front of a freshly slain corpse, rigor mortis making a mockery of its smile. The number 42 has been stitched onto its scalp. The zombie is lying on a slab, and you have just finished stitching up its chest. You have placed something inside, something that may prove useful if you come this way again. This yeah, I've seen this in other stories too, that when maybe somebody lost their memory and they're on a cycle, they leave what do you call them? They leave clues for themselves to find later in the cycle that will follow. That's a cool mechanic. I've seen it many times, but no deal. I mean, I like it. Which one? Maybe it's one of these corpses. It could be any. Echo. Keep these things safe and wait for my return. Oh. The memory of your voice is an echo, strange and hollow to your ears. You cross your arms in front of your chest, and to your surprise, the corpse does too. After a moment, its hands fall back to its sides, and as it does, the vision fades until you are watching Avine's hands make their stitching motions once again. Is a mirroring a corpse? You have regained a memory. Memories can give you additional experience points, skills, and may even lead you to you gaining something else of value later on. Avine turns, sees you, then frowns. Dumb zombies. She clacks her taloned fingers together impatiently, then makes a stitching motion with her fingers. Find thread and embalming fluid. Bring here, Avine. To Avine. Go, go, go. Wait a minute. You make the motion of a key turning with your hand. I need an embalming key. Do you have one? She leans forward, looks at your hand motions, then sniffs. Her hand darts into her robe, then emerges, a key hanging from her wickedly sharp index finger. She flicks it to your hand. Bring back when done. Go, go. Should I ask her what's wrong with her hand?
Updated my journal.
She turns away. She makes no sign that she heard you. Her hearing must be as poor as her eyesight. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, Morten was repeating what he already told me. So, I'm going to pretend I am going to need this key to open one of the machines. You see the false zombie. You're amazed at the man's disguise. His breathing is so subdued you can barely see it. Hey. The zombie quickly glances around to see if anyone is watching, then turns to face you. What? Here's the embalming room key you wanted. The zombie's eyes widen and he snatches the key from your hand. He turns it over, nodding all the while. Good, good. Now how do I get out of here?
Updated my journal.
The zombie grunts. You can escape through portals. He waves his hand. Poof. Yeah, where are they? Can you show me one? The zombie nods. You want out. Go to arch on first floor. Northwest room. You need finger bone. Shape of a crook. Finger bone. He holds up his index finger and bends it into a crook. When you have key, go to arch, jump to secret crypt and then escape from here. Secret escape route. He nods eagerly. You can rest there. Rest? It seems like that's tutorial. Where I'm going to find a finger crooked bone, whatever.
Updated my journal.
He shrugs. Must be one around somewhere. Look in storage rooms on upper floor. Maybe there. Okay, I'll do. Hello? I'm going to give her thread and embalming fluid.
Updated my journal.
Without missing a beat, Avian snaps the thread from your hands and hooks it around one of her talons, then begins sewing up the corpse's chest. She then takes the embalming fluid and begins to apply a layer to the corpse. Let's look at her. Within minutes, she's finished. She clicks her talons, then turns to face you. To your surprise, she extends her hand and drags her talons along your arms and chest. Keep playing zombie. It's not that I'm not flattered, but looks like you have a new friend, Chief. You two need some time together, or seriously, stop it, Morte. As she traces your arms and chest, you suddenly notice she seems to be examining your scars. She withdraws her talons, clicks them twice, then bends forward and examines some of the tattoos on your chest. Who write on you? Hivers do that. No respect for zombies. Zombies, not paintings. She sniffs, then pokes one of your scars. This one, bad shape. Many scars. No preserves. Her talons suddenly hook into the thread you brought her, and lightning like she jabs another talon into her skin near one of your scars. It feels barely more than a pinprick, but it looks like she's about to start stitching you up. Oh, that's sweet. She's probably fixing all the zombies as well, you know. Oh well. Fine.
Updated my journal.
The sensation is curiously painless as Avin brings to stitch up your scars. When she's done, she sniffs you, frowns, then stabs her fingers into the embalming fluid. Within minutes, she has stabbed your body with the fluid, and strangely enough, it makes you feel better. Fine. This may be the second time in my life I'm thankful I don't have a nose. Avin puts the... Oh, she calls herself in third person? Okay. Avin puts the last touches on your body, gives you another sniff, nods. Oh no, she's not talking. My mistake. Then makes a shooing motion with her talons. Done. Go. Bye. Thank you. Can I ask you something? Oh, he cannot turn me into a zombie anymore? Oh yes, he can. Can you disguise me? Ah, I don't have another needle and thread. Okay. I don't think I have another needle and thread. I might have another embalming fluid, but oh well, that was my choice. I decided to interact with Avian, and I'm glad I did. Next time I will interact with him. Oh, maybe I could have used the key before giving the key to him in there. Okay, I'm about to go upstairs. I did try to open this door with the key that Avian gave me, and I also tried to open this, but it didn't work out. Or at least I've tried. Oh.
Done.
Oh, good God. Oh, okay. Charcoal charm? Resistance to fire. Is a charred bone fragment of some creature, perhaps a finger bone or a talon. Various symbols have been scratched onto its surface. The scratchings are so faint you almost miss them. This charcoal charm temporarily protects the user against flames and extreme heat. To use the charm, the charred bone is snapped and both halves are ground to power. Then the charcoal dust is rubbed over the heart of the user. Oh, that's amazing. Skeleton worker. Oh yeah, they use them until they're skeletons. Ooh, last one. Junk. Small springs, broken bolts, and a cracked gear or two. It looks like someone felt these pieces might be useful one day, but they seem pretty useless to you. Okay, well, I'll pick them up anyway. This mummified corpse looks like it's bound for the crematorium. Why? Okay, well, yeah, maybe this is what they do, you know, they cremate, they mummify and then cremate. I would think one would mummify just because... Oh, another. Just for preservation, so to keep yeah, to keep the body and not burn it. Yeah, I don't know, but maybe they have their own rules here. So the dustman regards you with a stony gaze. Are you lost? I had some questions, really. It's dangerous. If you are not lost, what is your business here? I was here for an interment, but there seems to have been a mistake. Should I tell him? Because don't tell anybody who you are or what is happening to you. And Dal downstairs told me that all dustmen basically want me dead because I keep springing up to life, springing back to life. Should I try it? I don't think that the lady I'm looking for is in this part of the facility. Well, he probably thinks I'm a worker, right? Let's try. I walk on one of the slabs in your preparation room. You speak in jest. Perhaps you would like to share it with the guards. The dustman takes a step back. He looks like he's about to summon the guards. Snappy snack? No way. Summon then. I should have said that I was lost. Summon, let's try summon them. Oh, no, wait. Don't be... I thought you were summoning somebody. Okay, it's time to disappear.
I'm gone.
Hey. Disguise me. The zombie takes the items from you, then sets to work. I can't believe you're going through with this. How barmy are you? Pretty barmy, I suppose. The zombie liberally applies the embalming fluid to your body, then stitches up several of your scars. Working from your feet upwards, he stitches up your scars, then finishes off the disguise by stitching up your lips. Thanks. Can't you make the stitches on his lips any tighter? Shut up. The zombie holds up his hand. Careful. Talk pulls stitches out. Ruin disguise. Zombie no talk. You got to talk? Talk slow. Careful. Take heed that no one expects zombies to talk. If you speak to someone as a zombie, you run the risk of exposing your disguise. I
Updated
understand.
my journal.
Disguise won't last long. Embalming fluid dry up, stitches fall out, he shrugs. Probably not last outside mortuary. And no running. You run, you ruin whole disguise. Oh God. If you have always run on, be sure to switch it off if you want to maintain the disguise when you finish speaking to Vaxis. Vaxis? So that's his name? Well, I guess we will go through with this. But how do I... Let's see. I need to go to my inventory and unequip everything. Wow, I became normal already. Oh my god. Yeah. Alright then. Alright, I'm impressed. In this game you have to commit to your choices. Which is great for me. I think that since we chose charisma and intelligence and wisdom, maybe we should keep our mouth open. Maybe... Oh no, I don't really want to attack. So that guy's gonna probably come on to me, right? As soon as I get in there. So maybe let's try going this way. Talking to this Skelly, maybe? The skeleton, number 748, according to the number chiseled above its brow, is odd only in that some of its teeth appear to be false ones, made of reddish-brown stone. They're clearly not valuable, however, as its caretakers would have otherwise removed them. Let's examine him. Someone has taken care to bind the bones of the skeleton with leather straps woven around the body in such a pattern that they resemble muscles and tendons. Yeah. I love that. Oh, there's another one here. The straps are secured to metal bolts punched into the skeleton's joints. This skeleton looks like it has been a great deal of service. It has seen a great deal of service. Many of its bones are chipped and its numerous fractures are bound with sealant and foul-smelling glues. Why would I try and pry out his bones? I don't know. I wonder if this graveyard would mind if I borrow this body. Oh, this graveyard, graveyard. Okay, yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, I needed some motivation. I thought Morte would be staying as a flying skull forever. I like the idea. Greybeard. You can choose not to. Well, I'd like Morte to have a body just because he might be my tank. That's why. Greybird. Greybird, you know, geezer, old feller, yellow dog, old. Well, because you're young? Well, maybe. Who knows? In comparison. Well, I don't think he's in any opposition to object. Why not take it? Morte studies the skeleton for a moment and shakes his head. Nah, I'd need a fresher one than this, and something with a little more dignity. This one's all creaky and fractured. And you're not? Oh, you're sack full of laughs. Morte glares at you. Besides, you're one to talk back. Mirrors beg for mercy when you're around. Yeah, I would think that. Alright, so we may have other choices. Oh yeah, at least I have all my parts. Ah, really? Morte snorts. You're not quite sure how he managed it without lungs. Let me tell you, Morte, there's nothing more satisfying than walking around, swinging your arms, breathing the crisp air through the lungs. It's great to have a body. I don't know if your body is decaying. I'll have you know that helping you escape the preparation room has now been added to my growing list of regrets. Morte snorts again. I should have let you rot some more, that is. Yeah, what do you know, Morte, about me? Let's go. This one's gonna... It's you crossing your hands, your arms? Well, I need to move on. The skeleton seems particularly old, the leather straps binding it together cracked and worn. The word repent has been carefully engraved into its forehead. With some amount of skill, a rougher hand later chiseled 996 on both his temples. Why have you seen any skeletons walking around here? Is that a joke? Let's examine him. Someone has taken care to bind the bones. It's some description, same description of the one before. Bye! Oh my god, it's full of people here. Really? He keeps following me? Stealth! Okay. Can I pick lock? Cloth charm. Oh. Precious. He has 9 hit points. This glistening blood drop is as hard and smooth as a pearl. When placed on the tongue, it dissolves instantly and spreads through the user's bloodstream. The charm stimulates the user's blood into clotting and scabbing over existing wounds, healing any minor damage the user may have suffered before consuming the charm. Furthermore, as long as the charm is in effect, the player's blood becomes more aware of new wounds that occur, especially any attacks that draw blood, the charmed individual becomes more resistant to slashing and piercing attacks, as their blood clots and scabs over the wound as soon as the flesh is torn. I love how they make use of the items. Like, it's very unique, the healing items and everything. This one adds hit points, armor class. Okay, it's potion. It's a potion basically. That's one embalming charm. Mortuary task list. Someone has penned a series of tasks in red ink on this scrap of parchment. I would like the contracted workers to be inspected thrice daily. At the end of each work shift, when the new initiates come on duty, we have experienced too many contracted collapses while engaged in heavy labor. Yeah, I would think that, as of late, and I fear the embalming enchantments initially used on the corpses may be decaying or may have been warped somehow. If the contracted workers could be inspected every night, every 8 hours, and raised if they have collapsed, then this would prevent the backlog of shells in the preparation rooms and free up more contracted workers for other duties. I do not wish collapsed bodies to be disposed of when possible. The original contracted shells are to be raised and be made to resume their duties. So that's why they are so consumed over time, because they do that. They use them until the last, well, forever. I have included spare embalming charms within the shelves for the initiates on duty. They are to be used only when the shells cannot be repaired with stitching, bandaging, or application of embalming fluid. This strange metal bracelet has direction inscribed on the side of it. Judging from the crude text, it appears that the bracelet works by being held by a living creature. Then, while pronouncing a mantra to the true death, it is touched to the forehead of a zombie or skeleton. When this is done, the minor enchantment held within the item spreads through the corpse, strengthening their bones, killing traces of corpse rot and or grave mold, and helping to seal minor tears in the skin. Either you or Morte. Temporary hit points. Okay. Half an hour. So these are all usable, consumable items. Skeleton worker. That guy is armed. More junk. This one is red. They shouldn't be minding me. The skeleton has either seen a great deal of combat or has fallen down one too many staircases. Both its arms and legs have been broken and rebuilt with the aid of leather straps and thin iron rods. The front of its skull bears the number 863, but the back of the skull has caved in, forming an empty cavity. You notice that someone has taken advantage of this and tucked a rolled up piece of parchment inside the skull. Let's take it. You slip the parchment out of the worker's skull. Oddly enough, it looks as if the skull's cavity is intended to store messages. A tiny string is attached to the parchment from a hook bolted inside the skull, as if to keep the parchment from accidentally falling out. Let's take it. You unhook the string and glance over the parchment. It looks like a reminder from one of the mortuary custodians. Judging from the note, this skeleton seems to be a walking messenger of sorts. As you take a second glance at the skeleton, you realize it has stopped in front of the slab because it can't figure out how to move past it. Oh. Examine him again. Let's see if he responds. Sorry about taking the parchment, but I doubt you would have delivered it anytime soon. Makes no reply. Great talk to you, Bones. Stay healthy. Okay. This rolled up piece of parchment appears to be some sort of message the skeleton in the mortuary was supposed to deliver. This is the third and last request for the pry bar. If it has been misplaced, tell me, and I shall go to the hive market and purchase another. I have no objection to maintaining the contracted workers, but I've been trying to repair the skeletons and the bolts are wedged in so tight I can't get them out. Also, some of the locks on the storage cabinets on the third floor have become stuck again due to the heat, and I need the pry bar to snap them open as well. If the pry bar is indeed lost, I will see about procuring the services of a locksmith and having the cabinet locks replaced. Your aid in this matter would be appreciated. An unreadable signature has been scrawled beneath the message. Alright then. Maybe we should talk to him. But, are those broken bones from combat or from falling down? Okay. I'm always trying it because you don't know when... we had a zombie answering us, so you never know what's happening here. I suppose that if I try and pry out the skeleton's joints, I wouldn't be able to? Whoa, Chief, that's vandalism. Those bolts are probably the only thing holding that bag of bones together. Necromancy only goes so far with these old fellas, you know. Well, alright then. I don't agree with dismantling them. Oh, it's not a problem. Morty does a strange bobbing motion that you think might be a shrug. Just wasn't sure if you knew that or not. By all means, go ahead. Nah, I will do it. Maybe at another time. I can't move this for him, no. The number 1146 is carved into the forehead of this walking corpse. Its lips are sewn together with coarse black thread. The entire body is covered in horrible scars, worse even than your own. As if its owner had been burned to death. Its nose, ears, and several digits are missing, presumably charred away in some long ago conflagration. As you block its path to get its attention, it stops and gazes at you with vacant eyes. Anything interesting? The corpse continues to stare. Alright, I can't examine him. Okay, I'll move away. Fine.